In today's video, I thought it might be a good time to talk about Game Pass again. As some of you are aware, my What is Xbox All Access video has become my biggest video to date. I really appreciate that. Thank you for checking it out. As a way of saying thanks, I wanted to make a video on games coming to Game Pass in 2023. Think of this as serving a tasty dessert after the All Access video. I also wanted to include two other sections to this video. The second part, I would like to include a few tidbits about Game Pass that I left out in my All Access video. And the third part will be me sharing some of the games I have tried on Game Pass since I started using it. Also, what games have I not gotten around to? This last section will obviously lean more towards my opinion, so don't read too deeply into my choices. Everyone's taste will be different, but I feel things such as this are important to share. Game Pass is equivalent to adding another streaming service to all of our ever-growing list of monthly bills. I think those of us who have utilized it should share our honest thoughts and opinions on it. That way we can help others to understand if it's right for them or not. Now that you know what this video is about, let's not waste any more time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Ryofu, and you are watching The Gaming Harbinger. This list is from an article by Pure Xbox. Before I go through the list, I want to add that this is the list as of late November 2022. So yes, there will definitely be more added throughout next year. But this is what we can expect as of right now. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, RoboQuest, Atomic Heart, Wulong Fallen Dynasty, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Flintlock The Siege of Dawn, Forza Motorsport, Guilty Gear Strive, Lightyear Frontier, Minecraft Legends, Planet of Lana, The Last Case of Benedict Fox, Valheim, large batch of Activision games. That's kind of hilarious that they labeled it that way, but I get it. Age of Empires 4, Age of Mythology Retold, Aura History Untold, Arc 2, Bounty Star, Cocoon, Dungeons 4, Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, Erebon Shadow Legacy, Flock, GoldenEye 007, Hollow Knight Silksong, Lies of P, Railway Empire 2, Ravenlock, Redfall, Replaced, Stalker 2, Starfield, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Thirsty Suitors, Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. I love that title. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. I am personally excited about Starfield and Stalker 2. Wulong and Redfall are games I would definitely try since they are on Game Pass. They're games I would be on the fence with if I was paying full price. But they both look good, so I do want to at least try them out. Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, and those Persona games I have already played. But I love all of those series so much, I could totally see myself downloading them again and putting some hours in. So let's get to the section where we discuss things I didn't include in the All Access video. Now before I start, I just want to remind any people that have not seen my Xbox All Access video to do so now. In this section, I am under the assumption you understand how Xbox All Access works and what it is. I won't be rehashing or explaining any of that in this video, so keep that in mind. So let's first talk about how long games stay on Game Pass. I did mention this in passing, but I wanted to make sure that this part is understood. Third-party games stay for a while. By a while, I mean it could be a year, it could be several months, it could be just a couple of months. But most I would say is at least several months. Monster Hunter, I remember, it stayed on Game Pass a little over a year. I will say this, however, whenever you're looking through Game Pass, it will tell you if games are going to be removed soon. It's pretty much similar to how Netflix shows dates of removal. All the first-party games, by the way, like Halo, Forza, Gears, Grounded, Flight Simulator, etc., and of course, all those damn Bethesda games, they're not going anywhere. I know it's not much, but you can also get an additional discount if you decide to buy a game that is on Game Pass and you are a Game Pass member. Let's say the game you've been playing, you decide to purchase it because it's leaving Game Pass soon, and you want to keep playing. Well, let's pretend the game already has a discounted price. Sometimes you will get an additional discount on top of that. It could be another $5 or even $10 extra being taken off. Now, of course, if it's just $5, you might feel like that's not really a big deal. But hey, I don't know about you guys, but I care about my discounts, and so I'll take what I can get. EA Play is included with Game Pass, so that means EA games that have been out for a minute, and for whatever reason you missed them, you can check them out here. Now, this next part is a very important section. Game Pass Ultimate includes Xbox Live Gold, Game Pass for console and PC, and cloud versions of some games. By the way, this is the membership you would get if you signed up for Xbox All Access. The only choices you would have are, do you want an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X? Whichever one you would pick, you would get Game Pass Ultimate. So let's pretend you just paid off your console with All Access and you're deciding, well, you know what, I want to drop Game Pass Ultimate and I'll just get the cheaper model that's $9.99 a month. You would still have to pay for Xbox Live. And so you would also lose the ability to play cloud versions of games as well. Not to mention you would have to pick Xbox Game Pass or PC Game Pass. Some of you might think that all this comes to the same price, but I will say that if you're a bargain hunter, yes, you can find Xbox Live memberships dirt cheap. But yes, I mean, you're losing the cloud stuff, you're losing, instead of having both PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass, now you have to pick one. So overall, I would say it's just a better deal to get Game Pass Ultimate, but I just want people to be aware in case they're thinking, oh, well, I can just get the cheaper model and I'll be done with it. So let's talk about some of the games I played thanks to Game Pass. The Medium was one of the first games I played through Game Pass. This game at the time of recording is no longer on Game Pass, and I did enjoy the first half of the game. Then the story went in a weird direction. And I would still say it's a decent game overall. It looks good and it has some unique mechanics. I found it very interesting. It's just the story went in a very strange direction for me personally. Actually, this is the perfect perspective to look at Game Pass because in this instance, if I would have paid full price, I would have been disappointed. And instead, I'm like, well, I got to try it on Game Pass and I did really like some things in here, but I just didn't like the story. So I'm walking away feeling satisfied, being happy about the situation. Psychonauts 2 is a very solid game. It's really put together well. And since the developer is now a subdivision of Microsoft Games, this is staying on Game Pass. Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. I know this is under the radar for many people, but come on, man. You know what this channel is. It's gaming and anime, and you know with my age and everything. Come on, where are my Record of Lodoss fans at? Hey! And even that dark elf baddie is in there. Hey! Okay, I need to calm down. This is a Metroidvania game that is pretty solid, even if it wasn't Lodoss related. But you want to know what makes this game even more awesome? The original creator of Lodoss, Ryo Mizuno, was around for the development of this game. That's really interesting. But yeah, you should check that one out. Back 4 Blood was a game that I was somewhat curious about. A lot of my friends dig it, so I wanted to be a part of the crew. Some of the mechanics in Back 4 Blood and Left 4 Dead, where you can get trapped and someone has to save you and you're just kind of stuck, I'm not really vibing with those type of dynamics. Everything else in the game I thought was fun, but I don't like when you're put in these situations where you're just rendered useless. But there's still no denying, like, these type of games have had huge success and to have gained a massive following, so I know some people were really excited about Back 4 Blood. Halo Infinite. needs no introduction. And I have gone on record to say I absolutely love the campaign. I was a little underwhelmed with multiplayer, but the game plays and looks great. I just wish the rollout of content was much more and it happened at a much faster rate. But what's done is done. I can totally see me and my friends playing through the campaign together at some point. And at some point I'll probably jump back into multiplayer, but you know, it was like I was really eager when it first came out, and I think most of my friends have lost interest. Grounded is a game I was curious about, but I put on the back burner for over a year. Jump to the present, and I am currently playing through the game with a friend and having a blast. It looks like a Pixar movie, but reminds me of Minecraft, and despite that, it still manages to put this unique spin on the survival genre. The only thing I will warn people about is that there are some annoying bugs in the games, like falling through rocks or falling through the map. That is super, stupid annoying. But, you know, I don't think this should like stop you from playing this game because it's really good. And it's made by such a small team. 3 games I thought were awesome, but I had already paid for them were Aliens Fireteam, Outriders, and Scarlet Nexus. Now, of course, if I had gotten Game Pass before I purchased these, because I got these 3 games like right before I got my Series X. So all of these games I found out later on were on Game Pass. And by the way, they are still on Game Pass right now. And I want to say I especially love Outriders. I love the dynamic of running headfirst into enemies and trying to take out as many as possible while losing health and regaining it back from kills. I mean, that's just an interesting, very fascinating concept. I'm not saying it's like super original or anything, but it's an adrenaline rush. And of course, you know, I'm a weeb, so Scarlet Nexus, I don't have anything negative to say about that. It's a damn shame it didn't do better or perform and sell better than it did, because it's a really solid game. And there are many I have not gotten around to trying, but I still want to, such as Flight Simulator, Dragon Quest IX, Dragon Quest Builders, AI, the Sonium Files, Sniper Elite 5, and As Dusk Falls, and so many others. There's still a few others I'm leaving out, but as I said before, I understand that like those games I mentioned, especially the AI game and Dusk Falls, those are kind of like, they're practically like visual novels, and I understand that's not going to appeal to everyone. But remember what I said in my All Access video. You don't need to love every game that comes out on Game Pass. There only needs to be enough to keep you occupied. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you own an Xbox and have never played a Persona game, and you are subscribed to this channel, son, my guy, my gal, download Persona 5 Royal. What are you waiting for? You may not have been aware of this, but let me be the guy to tell you. Atlas took the rock from Square a long time ago. You just didn't know it. You just didn't know it. I have put hundreds of hours into the one on PlayStation 4, and I just had to see how well it performed on the Series X, and damn, it looks good. Gosh, it looks good. I need to calm down. I'm just saying, it's Persona's debut on Xbox. Show it some love. Xbox needs to go back to the days when it had some JRPGs. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me. Please let me know down in the comment section what you are playing. Have you played a game on Game Pass that you never saw yourself playing? Also, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We cover gaming and anime news, conventions, as well as anime and gaming reviews. As always, I appreciate you watching the video to the very end, and I will see you next time.